We're shooting a video trying out like different hats and stuff. How do you think I look?
It's a hat.
How do you think I look?
Today, the Try Guys are going bald, which is something that happens to most men. Are you guys ready to get bald?
I was born bald, I'm ready to be bald again.
Going bald for me, it's not a question of if, it's probably a question of when. Hair loss runs in my family, it's something that is happening to me. It's very common among Jewish men. Do you think that's why Jews started wearing yarmulkes? Just to cover up their bald spot? There was a long time that I didn't care about my hair, and I didn't care about it until I realized I was losing it. I look back at photos, I'm like, oh, it's going. So it's something I've been trying to combat, but it's also something I've been trying to come to terms with. It makes me feel bad.
I have a little bit of thinning starting here. I guess going bald crosses my mind every so often. Here's the thing, I'm afraid that my head is an ugly lump of skin. I think my main concern is that I have this mole on the back of my head that you've never seen, likely, because I always make sure my hair is cut long enough to cover that mole. I don't care that much about my actual hair, but I do care how I look, and being bald with a big mole on my head would change how I look. I don't know, I'll be ugly.
My grandfather has lost a lot of his hair, so it's probably something that's in my future. To just jump straight to what I'm gonna look like 50 years from now, that's gonna be shocking. My fear today is that my wife is gonna think I'm hideous, because when you're in love with someone, like, I'll love you no matter what you look like. But now we're gonna test that assumption. Will she still find me attractive? I don't know.
I think when people describe me physically, the first thing they say is hair. Second, probably Asian, but first I'd say hair. When I was young, when I felt very unattractive, the one thing people always said to me was I had great hair. So I kind of had this attachment to it. My hair is kind of like another appendage, kind of like the boobs of my head. So like eyes down here. I just have very specific features that look really stern. My personality is softened by the way my hair is presented. And I feel like without my hair, I'm not gonna be me.
Today, what I'm interested to see is what would I actually look like when I'm bald, because maybe it's not so bad.
Let's do this, 3, 2, 1. What a nightmare. Oh wow, that is one ugly fella. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a lot smoother than I thought. That's a feeling. That mole's big. But that's sort of like how I fear my mole to appear. My ears are so much more prominent. You know, if it's not one insecurity, it's another.
All right, I'm ready. Holy shit! Oh no, I don't like that at all. It looks like a different person. I've never seen myself without hair. This just isn't me. It doesn't feel like my personality. I'm astounded. I've never been this floored by a transformation. I look like every martial arts character, like I'm gonna kill somebody. Ugh. Okay, I'm done.
So my father has kind of more of like around the side. I'm gonna try and get as close to that today as we can. The hope is a sexy Bruce Willis or a Vin Diesel type. Yeah, I'd probably look more like a baby turtle. Let's meet future Zach. Oh no! Oh man, I look like Dr. Phil and the kid from Jerry Maguire had a baby. There are no words for how much I dislike this. This is a real hit to my confidence, guys. How can I look like this and confidently talk to people? I'm really pretty speechless. I'm pretty stunned. Fuck.
Confidence is sexy, right? So if I'm gonna rock the Friar Tuck haircut, then you can call me Friar Fuck. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh no! Oh, I hate it. Oh, isn't that sad? Like, why do I just feel awful about myself just because my hair changed? Oh, I don't want to be friends with myself. Let's check out the back. Ooh, sexy. She's not gonna like this. She's gonna be horrified. What if I actually lose my hair and then she divorces me because she thinks I'm ugly? I'm being silly, but also somewhat serious. I just want to crawl into bed and not wake up.
As much as guys like to act like they don't care about how their hair looks, I think every guy really, truly, deeply cares about what their hair looks like. It's way more deep than we allow ourselves to admit as a society, especially as men. We're stepping into a lot of different shoes here, not only into male insecurity, but there's a lot of people out there when it comes to cancer or alopecia who can't control the fact that they are losing hair. I'm interested to see how people will react.
I'm not looking forward to what everyone else is gonna think and say about this.
We're going to the office to see how people like how I look.
I think it's kind of getting used to it.
All right, I'm gonna go show some friends what I look like.
You done some things in your day. This is not one of them that you should be doing.
Do you think some people look okay as bald men?
Yeah.
Not me.
This is like divorced for a week. No one can pull this off.
What do you think?
I think that was my honest opinion.
Dream without hair. A dream come true right here.
What's the dream?
I secretly pray that your hair falls out every night.
This is terrible. This is just bad for everybody.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to my coworkers, kind of helping me, telling me that it was okay to be balding, that I'm still beautiful. So far, that has not happened. The opposite has happened. I feel awful.
I look like a bald Thomas Jefferson. Fact is, I don't give a fuck what people think. If this is how I look, you don't deserve me at my worst, you can't handle me at my best.
The more I see it, the less I'm as upset by all of us, honestly.
You look really good. You look so good.
I think I look really mean. Of course. Yeah, of course.
This is amazing. How do you feel?
Actually, now that I'm walking around more, I kind of enjoy it.
You look dope. Why does he look cool still? I thought like hair was like 90% of it, but it's not.
What do you think?
I think you have a really good shaped head.
Yeah?
It was the thing that I was worried about when I was going bald.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
didn't know it was
what
gonna
if
be
my head's ugly?
Absolutely.
Time to like. We all look adorable.
Honestly, yours looks like regal and dignified.
You're the first person to compliment me.
Oh, really?
When did you go bald?
I started going bald when I was 21.
21.
Yeah, really young.
But you look great.
Well, thank you.
I have no problem with this. This looks fine. I just don't know how I feel about the ponytail.
Now that I know that like my head doesn't have any like lumps or anything, I would get a lot of haircuts, like very tight.
This works for you. Like, if you have to shave your head, you're gonna be...
I'm gonna be okay?
Even if people are shocked, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You've been so confident throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, I want to see you like in a suit now.
I don't know how Ariel's gonna feel about it.
When does she see it?
Yeah, shortly. So I'm back at home, and I'm going to surprise Ariel with my new look.
So I'm standing on a street corner as cars go by to see if anybody gives me a second look.
I guess without hair, I don't really need to deal with this section. I can go to what's most important. Bam.
We gave myself a haircut, kind of putting the control back in my hands. We're gonna see if people react to me a little better. I feel like I look like a respectable dad.
You look so happy.
Like a cool dad. Kind of like the dad from Honey, We Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
You look like a director of like a big time movie.
Oh, you cut the sides?
Yeah.
It does look better.
You've always had like a really cute boyish face. That doesn't change.
It looks a lot better. It looks so much better.
You heard it here first, totally fuckable. I look great like this.
The checkout clerk actually recognized me, even without my hair. Do you actually think this looks attractive? Oh, very sexy. Oh, man.
Nobody seems to be giving two shits about what I look like. It's not that big a deal, or I'm so ugly they can't even look at me.
My neighbors might think I am a person trying to break in.
Oh my god! It looks so real.
So do you think you would still love me if I started losing my hair like this?
I would love you no matter what.
No.
Would you love me if I started losing my hair?
I would, yes.
Hard in this mother.
What do you think, Ariel?
I think you look great.
Being bald and wearing a suit, that makes me look more attractive.
Yeah.
What's up? What's happening? Balling out with no basket. And the whole block gonna see me. I get applause without no acting. But got action, so they asking. They're everywhere that I just happen to go. Your favorite rappers are rapping my flow. Believe that, where the cheese at? I'm balling so hard that I'm out of control.
As I adopted a more confident attitude, it became easier to own my hairstyle. And the people that know you best are the people that are gonna care the least.
People fixate on their negatives and they get downtrodden by it. But I think if you look at your negatives and think of a way to find positivity, you can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose what you do.
The biggest takeaway is that my hair doesn't make up my identity. Bald, full head of hair, whatever you are, just fucking like yourself and fuck anyone else who says otherwise.
We started this video by talking about how for men, and for me in particular, this is probably my biggest concern. I've seen what that might look like, and it's really not that scary. So you're not mad at that.
I see how it is. So you like bald, but not
Balding. That's how it is.